you know, again, I just think it's really interesting that he said, look, you know, okay, I'm not perfect, but leave me alone.
But you know, when you send a text to the girl, supposedly, allegedly, I will wear you out, he should know at this point that people will make that public, that sort of thing.
But that's not what he's talking about, yeah, I think he's referring to the first thing, which was the accident in Florida with his wife, where they said, you know, his wife came after him with a golf club, and he goes on in the statement to say it didn't happen.
But Whoopi, the first line that you read is, I have let my family down, and I regret those transgressions. And the transgressions, this is not the accident, the transgressions that you are referring to, is that there are all kinds of women who have now come out of whatever they've come out of, some are getting paid, some are not, who said, I had a torrid affair, he's been texting me for 3 years.
We don't know that this is so.
But let me finish. He says, I know where you're coming from, and he says, I admit my transgressions. So he's admitted that there have been things
something has happened.
Well, okay, fine. So just let me finish. So he, you know,
go ahead.
I keep saying, then I realize I interrupt all of you, so we're all in the same boat. The point is, he has said, I've done something wrong to my family, and I admit it. The question is, two. Number one, when you are in the public eye, you have to be a little careful about what you do, whether it's texting or going to motels or whatever it is. The other thing is, if you do that and you are in the public eye, it's terrible, and people have gone through it. But then, and I hope he has his privacy, it's a little hard to now say, close the door.
Well, it's interesting here because this, in a way, is him crying uncle, because he is saying, I shouldn't have to give a press release, but here it is. And so, in a way, the media and the demand that the public has for this information from his private life they're victorious, and he has lost this battle for not wanting to release this information. So he felt as though his hand was bent backwards, and he released a statement against it as well.
I think I'm glad that he apologized. I think there's a lot of people that look at kids specifically, who I'm talking about, who looked at Tiger Woods as a role model. We know he's not perfect, but I'm glad that he apologized to them because they believed in what he was giving. Go work it out with your wife. But I say you cannot be mad when everybody wants to follow you around and wants to know what's going on, because you brought this on yourself. You brought this on your family. You know, did you think about all that when you were texting these women, when you were with your transgressions? That,
if you did, we don't know.
We've said this, well, he's admitted it. We're saying pretty much the same thing.
Well, transgressions is pretty broad, and not to mention, unless the email's in a PDF.
Is he saying he stole something? Is that what he's talking about when he says transgressions?
I don't know what it is, but in terms of what this woman says she has on him, an email, just so everyone knows, you can't in a forward change the text of an email unless you have it in a PDF file and it's saved as a clip image. Anything can be changed in an email.
They can pull those texts up.
Whatever he is talking about, the bottom line is, you know, yeah, you're in the public eye, but you're not, as who was with us the other day who said, I'm not Jesus Christ. You know, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, you know, that's my business. There are certain things that I have the right to say, you know what, get away from me. Because one of the things that you cannot put on other people, and I don't care how many times people try to do it, because you see me as a role model doesn't mean that I'm your role model.